Hey guys, Town Hall 15 has arrived and it's time for our first live Town Hall 15 base building session. We're coming with General X today. He's on voice with me, one of the best base builders in the world, although he wouldn't say that, but he definitely is. And let's see what he can build for us today. He will be building a diamond base, a style of base that actually looks like it will be incredibly strong at Town Hall 15. So I hope you enjoy this. Maybe you learn a thing or two, and take it away, General.
Yeah, okay, thank you. Then I guess we start with a basic toner compartment. I think I've done it pretty often, and what to do first is just move the invis tower to the town hall. It's just, I think it's so messed up sometimes, it can save you a lot of attacks, and just invis tower behind the town hall is the first thing to do that I figured is pretty good on town hall 15. Maybe there are different strategies with the spell towers, but it's the first thing I've done on all my bases.
So toxic. So toxic.
Yeah, because it's random, and random is always toxic. So just mess around a bit with the defenders. So next thing to do is on a diamond base, other than anti-3 bases, you have pairs of expos. So typically you have two expos at the town hall, just to prevent charges, suis, and other stuff, just to have damage on the town hall, and prevent a flame flinger too. So what I am doing is just making sure that the expo is not zappable with the single inferno tower, and then trying to do a basic tower compartment at first. So yeah. That's it. Now, most of the time I'm just doing standard stuff around the singer, so it's not reachable from somewhere else, and doing clan castle behind the singer, just like you've seen it all the time. Mm. Yeah, now we have to figure out what we will actually do with the base, because this is just like every other base I built.
It's hard to
Um.
differentiate, isn't it? To come up with new
Yeah, for sure.
ideas.
For sure. But I figured on Town Hall 14, it's not about the Town Hall compartment. If you have a solid Town Hall compartment, you can just use it and use it over and over again. I mean, it's not that many options to abuse the Town Hall compartment at this point. If you know you built a solid one, then you can charge it, so you can't sui it, and then it's done everything it should, right? So it most comes down to the other parts of the base, which we will do now. What you can do actually, what I'm doing sometimes is just for a little bit of scratching is putting your key defenses out and looking where you want to place them and where they make actually more sense. So we want to have, in my opinion, monolith in the core, pretty important, pretty strong, because it prevents charges from nearly every side of the base. So we want to do this on the in the core.
So do you kind of
Most
use them? Sorry, do you kind of use the monolith like a single inferno, like you go at diagonal with the CC as well, or is it just
Yes,
in the
for
core?
sure, for sure.
Okay.
It's not that important to line it up with the CC, I guess, but it can help pretty much, because when you look, if the monolith is standing like this, because it had such a big range, you have like overall a pretty good overlapping with the CC range, right?
Yeah.
So from this side, and from this side, it's nearly impossible to charge without getting a CC pull in the monolith range. So the only options are like charging in this side to get a CC point where not a single or a monolith is on your queen. So it makes nearly impossible to charge a base.
Yep. Which was already hard enough already.
Yeah, and for that, if we do that, we don't have to pay that much attention to charges anymore and just say, okay, we've done enough, and we can figure out other stuff to prevent other armies on attacking the base. So, what we do next is just yeah, I mean, Smash is pretty strong, so I guess we will build something like anti-Smash, or we try to do something like that can one star, maybe. So what I've actually want to try is not the close single range, but I want to do it open, so we have channels like on the beginning of Town Hall 14, behind the Town Hall, so Smash will not go to the Town Hall, it will just go around.
Yep.
And we try to do something with that, yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. It's now we have to figure out how we connect the channel that we have here with a good scatter compartment. What I like to do is like normal corner on this side, and it's a little base building trick when you have a pattern for a setup, especially for this corner here. You can make it so that the queen always will move not inside to the town hall, but instead to the builder hut on this side or every other building. It's like you have exactly this setup what I'm doing now. You have to do one building in the corner which the queen will reach exactly when she's in the corner, right here. And after that you have to a building on this side which is one tile to the outside of the wall and one tile further away, like the X-Pawn in this example. And then the queen will step in this corner and will always go around. It's
There you go, guys. That is a base building tip and a half.
Yeah, for sure. That's a really big thing that I think most people don't know, and yeah, just telling. So, now I want like a channel here, but it has to be big enough that I can build it like that. So maybe we just try it something like this. Looks not that pretty, but okay. We will figure something out. So now try to connect our scatter on this side.
CMDB, did you kind of get your question answered before? They asked a question: is there a preferred way for monolith separate, or you stack it with other buildings? So, as in, like, are you trying to put it in like a high damage area of the base, or kind of separate it from the rest of the base?
Mm, yeah, it's hard to tell. I would say in the core, it's always like combined with some other defenses. I think the most important part is that multis are in range of the monolith, so there's no point in tanking the monolith with a skeleton spell, which is the best way to counter the monolith right now, I would say. So I'm just trying that at first, and yeah, like you have not to combine it with that much power. It's just like when you have all ground bows in the base and the monolith, it's already hard enough to charge the base when you place the defenses in the right spots, right?
Yep.
So yeah, it's you don't have to stack them. You don't need to have like two expos and monolith right in the core. It's not necessary. And also it's bad against Smash. So yeah. Mm, okay, what we have to figure out now is I don't like this setup with the scatter compartment because you can easy wall break here. I mean, I think it's not that important anymore because I guess Town or Sui with King and RC here is not common in Legend, but it's just like stuff I always build like that and I hate it like doing other. It's just yeah, it worked always, and I'm doing it just because I think it's better overall for a base, but it's not really that necessary. But guess I'm not sure how to fix it right now. I mean, one option would be something like this, or just open a corner and do it like this. Mm, nah. Okay, we will do it later. So now we have to figure out how we position the multis with the scatter and everything together, that it's not zappable, it's not too far away, not too close. And now we have this setup. Actually, this setup is to show it a bit better. We will move worst over here. This setup, it's actually possible to zap, but you have to place the zap exactly between these two wars. So it's like really hard to do and never really seen. I mean, zaps for Legend is also as well not a big thing, but like I said, it's just I love to do a base that's overall good and not just for anything specific.
Yeah, you
Um,
literally can't miss by a millimeter with the 3x2 zap. So you won't see a lot of people attempt it because it's just, you know,
yeah,
we're
it's just
human beings. We're gonna make mistakes.
yeah, for sure. But yeah, it's just like now it's hard to explain why I do it on a legend base because nobody is using zaps on a legend base, right?
No,
Yeah, it's just like I cannot explain. It's just I'm doing it because I'm doing it, right? I don't know.
just habit.
Yeah, it's a habit. Like with the I have to figure out something for the scatter comp with the war breakers. It's just habit, and yeah, I don't know. Maybe we'll leave it like that. Maybe not. We will see how many wars we have at the end. So okay, now we have this and that. So now we actually have to figure out if we want to have a big core with everything reachable, because we said before it's like hard enough to charge the base. It's not that bad if the core is reachable from everywhere. If you maybe have a core like, I don't know, just rough example like that, a bit pretty big. But if you can charge this, then how to abuse the big core, right?
Well, it's also if you can smash through the big core, if you can reach everything from there, that's a problem.
Y- Yeah, yeah, maybe we have to figure out something for that because yeah, it's already hard enough to stack everything together because you have like one big key defense more in the core and you have not enough wards to do everywhere dead zones to counter that. That's something that's not too easy. Hmm. The only thing I can think of right now is moving the scatter more out and putting the multi more in this way, so everything is yeah, a bit more stretched out. So that's the nice thing when you build NT2 base, NT2 or symmetrical bases as well, because I have like one example on the right side, and now I'm not sure if it's the best one for the base or not, and I'm just trying out another one on the left side.
Yeah, and then you just pick which one you like the most.
Yeah, or I combine two when I have like I build on the left side, I have idea for that, and it's not that comparable or that good for the left side, but maybe it will do something for the right side. And it's just yeah, base building is a process. It's always a process for me. Some other builders are just doing stuff and making base ready, but I don't like it that much. I'm really more about I try to do something new. I try to do something which is not there before, and that's why I'm always taking a bit longer figuring out what's the best way to build the base and maybe have some nice ideas too. So yeah. No, the left side.
So someone asked in the chat, how different is it building for 5v5s versus like Legends? Like, what are some of the different thought processes you have?
Actually, because I have the habits like I explained with the zaps and the wall breakers and stuff like that, it's for me not that much different.
Yeah.
I mean,
You,
I can think that other builders will do. I think Gaku will build different for Legends than for Clan War because he stacks sometimes some defenses and doesn't care about zaps, but I don't can. It's like it's really like inner conflict when I'm doing this, and I don't know. I just can't. So I will build like most of the time for you can use my bases for both, and it will not make that much of a uh
difference.
difference. Yeah, thank you.
No problem.
So, hmm. Both sides look kinda interesting, but I get a feeling like I like the left side a bit more. Just because we said we want to build it a bit more against Smash. And if we had it on this side, now you have to imagine stuff that's always a bit different. It would be a big core around here, and you just smash through and maybe something at the end will get the tower. So if you have the core like that, we have a split core on the right and on the left side. And if you jump or go with lock launcher here, everything will split up and some stuff will go here, some stuff will go here, and then even if you jump there or there, it's just only some troops will go there, and the healers cannot heal everything together, so it's more likely to die out a bit earlier. So I guess if you want to do something against Smash, the left side is more what we want to do. Yeah, so now we're just checking with the dead zones. Everything is alright and not reachable. Yeah, okay. And actually on this point, if I already decided what I want to do, then I just delete it and make it symmetrical so I can see if I want to try out something else
Uh,
before.
Question: you use like the Archer Tower building to test if a dead zone works or not. Can you explain
Uh,
how you... That's what you were doing before, yeah?
no, it's just I wanted to show if the dead zone is nice or not. Maybe you can something. I just take what I have on my zone so I can see
Okay.
more it's more efficient just to 1, 2, 3, 4 count everything. It's just I put the wizard tower there, I see it's a wizard tower, one tile, so everything is alright
Okay.
like that.
I
It's
know
just what I can get. Yeah.
we had Alex on the channel doing a Channel 14 build, and he said the way he teaches it, the way he knows if something's reachable or not, is if a skeleton trap, if the range reaches the Inferno from over a wall, then it can be reached by the Queen. And it was the weirdest thing I've ever seen.
Skeleton spell.
So if you place it behind, like, you know, where a Queen would be shooting on the other side of the dead zone, if it touches the Inferno,
But
it's it's
that,
reachable. If it
oh
doesn't touch
wow,
the
that
Inferno, it's not
it's so
reachable.
complicated because you can see it from above, right? Ah, no.
True.
No. The thing I do is just grab a two-tile defense and watch if it's two tiles on the side,
Each
and
way.
then it's the
Okay.
easiest way to check out this stuff. That's what I'm doing most of the
Well,
time. Yeah, it's
you've got two different ways, chat. You can pick which you like more.
yeah, I think it's just like habit, like every other stuff. You just think of something and you do it. Yeah, it's just everyone does something a bit different, I guess. So,
So,
like when I'm
sorry.
doing the walls like this, I just take one wall to do 1, 2, 3, and then make the triangle like this, and you always be safe
Yeah.
with that. So,
Um,
yeah.
So I feel like we probably should have started with this question 20 minutes ago because I know a lot of people will be here for this. But have you enjoyed Town Hall 15? Because I know a lot of people will be asking about that. Is Town Hall 15 fun to build? Because, we can't triple, so you're at least having fun whilst we all fail.
Yeah, the thing with that is actually, I mean, for sure it's fun because you can defend, but right now it's so easy to defend. It's not like you have to dig really deep into base building to do that. So I don't know if I'm happy about it or not. It's just we will see how it will turn out in the pro scene and how difficult it will be to defend like Gaku and all the other crazy players. But right now it feels a bit underwhelming for me because it's so easy to defend and you don't have to be that much of a pro in base building to do that.
So basically, it's gone full 360. It used to be too hard to defend, and it was just random whether you got a defense or not, and now it's way too easy. So basically,
Yeah,
no matter
kind
what
of like
Supercell does.
yeah, like that, but it's only the first opinion, right? I mean, in the
True.
end, if you think about it, a good base builder will always have like better stuff in their bases, which is more like thought process into it, and then the base maybe will not hold 80%, more like 70 or 60 if it's a not so good attacker, and against better attackers it's like not 90%, it's like 80 or 70. Maybe it comes down to that in the end. I
Yep.
don't know yet. I've seen not enough wars on Town of 15 to actually make an opinion on that.
I look. All I've seen is Queen Walker's got a perfect war, and then a 13-star war versus Tribe Gaming. So I'm sure the pros are figuring out ways to still triple bases.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Creed Walkers is also another level always, so I don't know how to compare them to other teams. It's yeah, it's crazy what they are doing. So now I'm a bit stuck on what I want to do next, but we will figure it out. Uh, to get in my thought process, what I don't like about this space right now is just that the scatter compartments are reaching exactly to the outside. I don't like it when the outside buildings touch the walls. You can do it sometimes, but I feel like it's not the best way to build, and it's I don't know, I just don't like it. So maybe we have to figure out something else for that. One thing to do for that is you can move the base actually and say, I want to move it like that. You see, we have enough space for the eagles, so we can just move the base one tile to that. Can move our scatters around this, and now, wow, I'm dumb. Holy shit.
That
No, no. What? Yeah, it's had not done what I wanted, but it's done another thing that I wanted. I thought about putting something with DPS on this, and now you can't reach it on the outside, but it's actually not done that what I wanted right there. So maybe we have to figure out something else for that. What can be possible? Let me think about it. Is yeah, we can move the multi one tile here actually. Then we have one tile more space on that. Yeah, it's sometimes when you don't think about stuff, it will it will come down to something like that. It
honestly,
always
chat.
happens.
If you thought base building was easy, you just watch one of the best base builders in the world make a fool of himself in front of 100 people.
Yeah, it's no problem. I mean, it's fun. So, I hate building on the phone. Holy shit. Worse. Don't do what I want.
I agree.
So,
Yeah, building on doing anything on it. Honestly, to all you phone players out there, props to you. I don't know why you would do it because it just seems like the worst thing ever, but I respect you for doing something dumb.
Yeah, for sure. So that's the annoying part. If you have something to move like this, you have to do it by hand, right? You can't do just pick push one button and everything is like you want it. It's just yeah,
Yeah, I wish
it's a
there
bit
was a way to
annoying and
like
takes time.
mirror, like if you could build half a base and click like a mirror button and it just copies it onto the other half of a base.
Whoa. Yeah, okay, that would be pretty nice for me, like when I'm building most of the time legend bases, but I don't think we will get this. It's like
No.
with the NATO, like everyone said, it would be nice to change the direction of the NATO so you don't have to spin the whole base around, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know if we will get this. So what I now think is when I do I have to want like a scatter compartment like this? So we have a normal scatter compartment, or do I want to have like an isolated multi and then just a big scatter compartment around, like something like this? We will have to fix something for that, but I don't know, it feels like something refreshing, something you don't see that often, and I guess I will try to do it like that. So yeah, we will just leave it like that at first, and now we look at the eagle compartment. What want? What do we want to do? So the first thing I've noticed is like with the new zap level, it's easier to zap a eagle, and monolith is also a big defense. So I don't know if it's worth like putting the eagle in the monolith range for um yeah going with the deal that you can zap both, but we've done the zap prevention on other parts, so I think I will ignore that on this part because we are building a legend base, right? So it's not that important, and maybe it will get a better result in the end for all the people out there who want to use the base.
Um,
So
can I pass on a few questions
yes,
from chat?
yeah,
So,
always.
firstly, how are you trying to build against like recall spells around the town hall? Like whether people are doing queen charges for the town hall, like suis for the town hall with recalls. Are you worried about that, or do you not think the recall spell is going to be that meta in Legends and in War?
Right now, I think it's more of a war spell when we will figure out how to use it properly. But right now, it's just not usable, what I've seen. Sometimes, like a cheap charge for the town hall and then go around, it's possible, but I don't think it's so easy that you can rely on that. Uh,
Yep.
Yeah, so I don't think about it that much. I mean, the easiest part is to do just like you built before. Make a Towner charge look hard, make a Towner Sui look hard, like with two ground balls and a Towner. It's so hard to do a proper Towner Sui, right? Because even if you tank this Expo, if the queen gets inside the Towner compartment, it will target it by this one. So only two Skelly spells on this side and a few Teslas and it's already messed up, so you don't want to use it. Especially with the new Invis spell, you have to either use a free spell to get the Town Hall or you just get messed up really,
Yep.
really hard and it's already a defense.
One other question, sorry. With the scatter comps, are you always having 5 tiles from the scatter to the outer wall? Like, do you ever do 4? So you have 2 spare tiles and then a building.
Yeah, sometimes, but it's more like on the outside, I always have this. This has couple of reasons, I would say. The first thing is like the trick with what I said with the queen on the edge on the corner of a base. It works also on the outside, so if a queen comes this side, it will always go this side, but
Yep.
I think it only works if the scatter is far enough inside the compartment. If the scatter is here, it's actually like when the queen stands in this corner. The scatter is closer than this building, and the queen will go inside as well. This is one reason. Another reason is you have more place to uh, put traps inside, and you can just mess up Suis, mess up pathing for other stuff. And the third thing, which is also pretty important right now, is just chains, right?
Yep.
It's just you want to have always in your base, even if it's a compact base like this, because we have everything really close together. We want to have spaces everywhere, so we can prevent E-Drags from chaining. And that's also the thing why I've done the change in the scatter compartment where I moved everything one tile to the right, because if I want to put an AD in the scatter compartment, I don't know yet, but it can be. I want to have one space so an E-Drag from the outside cannot chain the AD. It's just if you think about the stuff when you're building in the moment, when you build the compartment, it's easier instead of when you have a base ready and you think, oh, there would be a nice AD spot, and then you think, yeah, but it's not that great because you can bounce it from the outside and then you have a problem. And afterwards, changing all the walls with all the buildings inside, it's even more work to do. So. I just focus on that a bit earlier, so I have not that much work to do afterwards.
One other thing that I noticed, and then chat all noticed at the same time, is your scatter shots meant to be reachable from the multi comp.
Nope, because I changed them. That's always a thing, like with the thing where I moved everything around. It's just when you're in a process and you're moving stuff around, it can happen. You have seen this in Pro Wars 2 that you can that you move something and you forget about that you moved it, and then it's just reachable by one tile and you don't notice it. That's always important to build together or share like the base so everyone else can look at it and you see some mistakes. It can happen. It happens to everybody. So,
Um,
yeah,
yeah,
thanks
chat.
to everyone that paid attention.
We got some base builders in chat, some future base builders, and then Mark. Mark
That's
also
nice.
picked it out. I think Mark's a bit of a new base builder though.
Yeah, it's always nice. I think it's not that important if the scatter shot is reachable from the multi or not, because yeah, it's hard to get even in there with your queen, but like we said, we want to do base against smash attacks, and if we want to do something against the smash attack, it should be so that a queen on the core can get not that much value, so it should be better this way. So now what we see is like we have only 50 wars left and we have a whole upper side to do, and I thought all the time about putting like a wall like this on here, and yeah, it's like coming down to walls in the end like always. I hate it so much. I've always had not enough walls, but
Do
yeah,
you see that
it's
being a thing at Town Hall 15? That walls, you run out of walls quickly because people still want dead zones on their base, but then you've also got to, fit two spell towers and a monolith in your base now, and there's just more.
yeah, it's the base building changed quite a bit in this regard as well, because you have more buildings that you want to put in the inside, and you will see that on the end, it's just harder to do the trash around because you have four trash buildings less and not really a building for the core, like which is a building, right? I mean, if I would build it like that, you can just leave the spell tower on the most part and it wouldn't make a difference. But now you want to place it like inside and it's not really counting as space for another building. So you have actually less buildings to build the base, in my opinion. Maybe some builders will see it a bit differently, but I think it's a bit hard to do, for me at least.
Um,
Um, yeah,
have you
I
thought
know.
about what you're doing with your other spell tower on the build?
Yes, I've
Ooh.
actually thought about it. This was actually the place where I picked it right there. It's just Spell Tower is like I prefer one Invis at the Town Hall and one Poison Spell. Poison Spell is great against spam attack, and it's also really good at preventing blizzards at certain points where we have like here a blizzard here would be really, really bad, right? So I don't have to think about it if somebody will do something like that because it's really unlikely because you have always the pain with the poison spell can always activate and it's just too risky to put a blizzard there. I think. I don't know. We will see, but that's the thought process on that one. So yeah, that's that's the positioning I thought about the spell
That's
tower right now.
grossly placed. That looks disgusting.
Yeah, for sure, because it can reach outside and it's not easy to reach for a queen as well. So maybe we have the possibility that we don't have one spell that is thrown. Maybe we can buy enough time for the spell tower that it can throw another one, right? That's also an important thing to do, in my opinion, that you don't put it just like anywhere you think it's okay, but if you put it like here, it can be reached by everything from the queen and then it just will overthrow one poison because the range is not that great. And yeah, maybe we can maximize the value out of this if we put it like inside the walls somewhere. Exactly. So now we have to figure out how we do the upper side with the eagle. I'm not sure if I can stay this wars like this because it's really expensive, but yeah, we will see. So now with the scatter shot. What I'm doing here is just a bit other formation for wars. It's just when you do always the same formation for the wars, everyone will know how your queen will path, how the war breakers will path, and just to differ it a bit, we just do it, or I just do it like that. It's not that big of a difference, but it can make some pathing messed up or some other stuff bit harder to predict, and that's why I'm doing it sometimes, not always. So now we have to figure out what we do on the top. One thing would be like a big compartment like this. Hmm. I don't know if I like it or not, actually. I think it's not bad. I mean, okay, we want to defend Smash, right? So now we have to look at our base a bit differently, not about the compartments and other stuff. Now we have to look at what will actually somebody do with an attack like this. So most common part is one walk scatter and then enter in somewhere the eagle compartment, right?
Yep, that's exactly what
So
I was thinking.
so I think that would be the approach for the common smash entry on this one. So now we have to think about it. Is this good what we've done or is it not? Like the ward walk is pretty easy. We can not do that much to prevent it or to make it harder. We can just stack one storages here and make it a bit longer. And then we will enter here with with the smash. So, hmm, I
Um,
think,
sorry, you go.
yeah, no problem. Just interrupt. It's,
Does it happen often that you don't like a base build and just destroy it and start from scratch?
nah, not that happens that often, I think. It's just like more I have an idea or I have just something that I want to try out and then I'm stuck. Maybe I'm stuck on I have this side built, but I'm not really happy with it and then that just save it and do it on another time more. but it happens also that if I've done something and I look at it, it's so ugly that I can't even look at it for longer than 5 seconds, then I just delete it, right? That happens for sure.
Do you say that to Mech as well about him? Sorry, that was unnecessary.
I've always said it to Mac, right? It's like,
No, I meant
yeah.
looking at Mech. We're gonna cut that one out, chat.
It's just like we're always joking a bit around, but it's also nice to have more builders on your side because you can push each other a bit, right? You can do like we always pushing. We have other ideas, and we just we will push each other forward to do a better work. If I mean more, I see more. So sometimes it's like we have 4 bases and brainstorm about them, and and so we can do or can get the maximum out of our bases, and that's really nice to have. And I think that's a thing that not that much other builders or other people can rely on. So
Yeah.
yeah,
So
actually
base
pretty
building
cool.
team.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. I don't also have Mac, we have like Largo as well, and we have Philip, which builds a bit with us. We have Tim sometimes, and we have so many great builders, great players. It just makes the thing more fun. So actually, now I'm at a point where I'm not sure if what I've done is the right call, because I don't like how I said it's everything. It's too close together right now. You can everything get with E-chains, E-dragon chains and stuff. I don't like it right now. So now it's could be the point where I say, I just built another time, but we will don't do it because we want to finish it, right? So we have to think about it on spot that I like the base a bit better. So what I've done here is just move the eagle 1 tile in. Now we have the problem with the spell tower is reachable from this side, but yeah, I think I can live with that. It's not that bad. I mean, the monolith is also not in range for the queen, so it should be okay. So now we have to. I have to get rid of this 14 wars. I hate it when I have different wars. It's so annoying. Just do something where they can
There's your
do
answer,
something.
Laser Girl.
So, I'm not particularly happy with it, but I'm not unhappy as well. It's just one thing that is bad right now is Warbreaker will target this corner, so we have to think about something. The easiest way is just to do something like this, or what can also, I think this one will also work, and it's a bit not that expensive. The problem on the base right now is we don't have Warbreaker anchor points or spots where Warbreakers will go, so it's hard for the attacker to predict. But the problem with that also is that the Warbreakers will most likely target dead zones, and I don't know if that's what we want or not, but because we don't have enough wars to prevent it, I think we have to live with it. Unless I can think about something which will change it, but right now I'm not sure about this.
Were you worried about the eagle being reached from like a multi-comp? Or not really?
Mm, I don't think it's that important. I mean, yeah, normally I had it like before that this was the optimum. Like when the eagle was here, it's not reachable from there, and it's just like you have to do compromises.
Yep.
With every decision you make, you have to make compromises, and what I've done here is just like I thought it's so bad what I've done above here with everything too close together that I have to make the compromise, move the eagle in, and maybe have to change something in the core or make it reachable from somewhere. What we also can think about it's, I mean, I've done this because I thought I can do a two-layer uh yeah, path where we have two buildings around here, but maybe that's the wrong thought. And maybe we would just leave it like that and make it so that we have only one building left in there. It's also a possibility. We have to think about it and we have to look at it. What I've always doing is not just thinking about stuff, just looking at it and look how it could work. And then you see if you like it or not. Like this, I think it's okay. It's steals a bit of the thing what we've thought about because it's easier to funnel your smash into the eagle right now.
Yeah, it's
But
easier to warden walk the eagle as well.
you think that
I
you
don't.
can do that? I don't think you will do a one walk from the eagle.
Well, yeah,
I mean, you have.
I'm crazy though, so yeah, don't trust me.
Yeah, that's why I've also putting a builder hut right on the outside. It's always nice to prevent some one walks. Just a nice spot for the builder hut because it's not reachable from the outside. It prevents a bit of the one walk there. It's just a nice builder hut to have. So now we have to think about what we want to do with our last two major key defenses, I would say, because we have two X-bows left. Now we have two options. The first option was to put them at top to the eagle, but with our decision that we made that this won't work with the two spaces, two buildings in the wall. I think it's not possible to put the expos around here unless we would build like a dead zone around here, but I don't know.
No, I thought
Not
about
not
that, but that's quite expensive.
Yeah, it's expensive and it's not that handy. Other thing, maybe someone would thought about like this, but we have just too much value around here. It's like a Yeti Plimp or something like that will destroy us when we do it like that. So we will not do it. So the last place where we can go with our expos is actually like here. So we have expos pretty close together. But think about it, we wanted to prevent a smash attack, right?
Yep.
So, and if the smash is coming from the top, it's already hard enough because we have four expos at the back end. So maybe it's like we prevented with that decision that a smash from the top is unlikely, or if someone is crazy enough to do that, it will most likely be a big defense because it's just too much stuff at the back end. So what we think about now is what will they do instead of this? Have they other options to attack the base? So that's something I'm not sure about because I'm not in Legend right now. That's maybe it's something what you have to try out as well because Legend is not always thinking about and it will definitely work. It's just like I build a base, activate it in Legend, and then just see what people do and what if is done the most. I just bait it and prevent it, right? That's also a good option to build Legend bases and the most
Exactly.
common one. So I think with that setup, what we now have, it's most likely that a Smash attacker will do something starting around the Town Hall in my opinion. So it will something be like Warden Walk for Town Hall or Blimp the Town Hall and then try to get like into this channel in the core and hope that bowlers will bounce here something that and will go through the channel that we created and just send the king like around here to funnel. I think that is something that I would think of when I play Smash. like I said, I'm not doing it that often, but I think it can be a good option. So we will try to prevent it. Like the wars that I said before, that could be really nice. Just harder to get into this channel with this wars. It's harder to get the war wreck around here. It's just these are actually just nice wars to have if you want to prevent
Um,
something on the base.
you're still going to do that trick that you talked about at the very start to get your queen to not walk into the town hall, yeah? So at the bottom, you talked about having the
Mm,
elixir storage, or are you going back on that?
maybe not. It's just like that's always the first decision. We want to do it like that, but sometimes it's just not possible anymore because we will build the base like a bit crazy. But like this, I think it can still be done. Yeah, we can do it if we want. But right now it's not the first priority to me because what will I lose if a queen goes inside the town hall here? It's just like she will skip the expo on this side, and it's just so many damage around here that I don't think that something other than smash will start around here. And if you think about it, if you do a one walk around the town hall and will enter with your smash right here, it's actually better if the queen goes inside to the expo and steps away from the smash like this, and the smash goes like that. It's actually better if the queen will step inside the tunnel compartment. So yeah, it's just like it's always hard. You can't do something and it will always be the best for the base. It's just like what will you want to do, right? And if you want to do against Smash and not especially charge it, it's not that important. It was just
Yeah.
like in the beginning example to introduce that method. I think I will do it on the outside, but yeah, not right now. So now we are at a point where we could fill out the base with what we have, but where I'm not really. What I don't like is that this wall is a bit too short. I want it like a few tiles longer, so I have to look if I can find some walls to make it better.
Um,
Also, what? Yeah.
Max said in the chat, put X the ground burrows that you put next to the scatters. Would you put them next to the flinger? Next to the scatter, sorry, to stop flingers for those corner compartments? Like, are
Mm,
you worried about? Because flinger is obviously popular in Legends League.
I think what I will do with flame flingers is just flame flinger. Obviously, from the top side is pretty popular right now because there's no expo. So I will just have like two mortars around here, and the other is I would think I will do the others like something around here because how will you operate with flame flinger? It's just you have two options with flame flinger. You can put it like right at the start of the attack, and then you will always or most likely put it in one corner. So we have this corner, we have this corner, and we have this corner. This corner is obviously not longer possible because we have two mortars before the flame flinger even gets to the eagle artillery, so we have prevented that. And
Yep.
if we have one mortar around here, it will most likely go for the mortar, or it will step in the expo range if it goes to the other side. So we have prevented the normal flame flingers like that. Um, the other option is you walk around with the queen, with the warden, and then let the flame flinger do the other work. So that's why we don't want to put the mortar around here, because if you want to charge or do something around this way, we have nothing to prevent the flame flinger that is going over there, and will get much value. But if you do it like that, it's just if the queen charges this way, it's unlikely that the queen will always tank the expo, and the flame flinger around here is risky. And like the other side, if the queen charges around here, we have the mortar like that, and it's always the flame flinger will not get that much value because there's a mortar, or you have to invest some more troops to tank or get the mortar out. So that is like the thought process on Flame Flinger. And around the town hall, we have an invis spell. We will do like 1 or 2 builder huts around here and 2 ground bows. So it's should be pretty unlikely to get for the town hall with Flame Flinger as well.
Well, particularly with the invis as well.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, that was pretty much input. I hope everyone got what I was trying to point out. But yeah, what Mac actually said is to put the expo like this, so I don't have to put my mortar here. But the problem with that expo placement would be we've prevented the flame flinger without something. That is no longer possible because the expo has too big of a range. But we've actually had a problem like if you do a warden walk or a queen charge around here, a flame flinger would get to the scatter pretty fast. The expo would be always tanked, and the scatter and the expo will get out together when the flame flinger shoots at the scatter. So I don't like the option with expo right next to a scatter shot. It's not my way of doing it, but it's also an option, right? It's like how you prefer on doing it. So, much talking. Now we have to focus a bit on finishing because, yeah, it will take like too much time at some point. So what I'm doing most of the time is just putting everywhere archer tower in the corner. It's just a decent thing to do. You can do nothing wrong, and just like yeah, like yeah, just putting the archer towers in the shape like that, and it's just to look if there are any holes. So what we do next is, oh wow, that was not the option. We will put our heroes, and I've actually thought about the 2 heroes. We have not much options on this base. It will most likely be 1 hero here, 1 hero here. King and Warden will be over at the Eagle. I don't know if maybe we'll do an inside, but I'm not sure right now. So what else do we have? We have the sweeper. Sweeper is always what you want to go for with the sweeper is just like you want to cover 1 multi against Lalo. I think Lalo is not that common anymore, but yeah, it's a common thing to do with a sweeper just to point 1 flank. It's hard to do E-drags or stuff like this because the multi is not reached with the sweeper in there, and it's just like a common and overall good place for a sweeper to put him like that. Lalo is especially hard to get in this multi, so it will not be
Yeah, but
any
who's dumb
easy.
enough to do Lalo in Legends at the moment?
Yeah, it's exactly. It's like maybe you have to change something afterwards because I'm not into that meta right now. Maybe we have to change the sweeper like this. So if a smash attack will come in like this, we have a sweeper on the healers, or we have like sweepers pointing this way, so they will push the healers if a smash attack comes this way. It's just like because I don't know what will actually be better, I'm just doing it like I've always done it, and it's alright. It should work at most of the time, but maybe we have to change something if we see in the working process, right? If there's attacks and we see the sweeper is actually doing nothing in most of the attacks, we can think about changing it. But I guess with also not much air attacks that common, I don't think the sweeper is the most important defense right now. I don't know.
I was going to ask if you were going to face like both of them to 12 o'clock if you were worried about Smash, but I also think these are good because a lot of people E drags from like 8 o'clock or 4 o'clock. because they just blimp the town hall and then go through the side. So I think
Yeah,
these
yeah.
sweepers are quite nice against E-Drags.
Yeah, I think so too. So now, yeah, we talked about E-Drags. Now is the point where we have to think about the ADs, which is I think one of the best defenses against E-Drags. So we have a few options here. Like we've built the base in a shape where I said we have some options where we can put the AD, and where what I'm always doing is like ADs most likely not E-drag bounceable from every side. So we have like a spot here on this side, which could be really nice. We have a spot inside the base, which can be really, really nice against E-drags and every sort of spam. AD inside the base like this is so toxic against E-drags because I mean, if you go in from this side or this side, the AD will go down pretty quickly, but what are you doing with your E-Drags in the core, right? The AD is shooting, it's just preventing E-Drags from going through the cores, just stopping them at the core. And if you would put it here or here, what will the AD do against the E-Drag attack from this side, right? Like nothing. So I guess this is the AD spot to go, but I'm not sure right now because we have other things we have to think about. That's always like I said, the things where you have to,
Compromises.
yeah, the compromises, right? Because this AD setup is pretty strong against E-Drags or every kind of smash, but like we all know, what is the problem with ADs, right? They were targeted by lava dogs, lava hounds. And so blizzards are our next problem. So if we want to have this OP ADs right here, we have to think about what blizzards could be done or could be a problem for us with this AD placement. So what we do for that is just look at our CC range and think a bit about it. What comes to mind is Blizzard in this dead zone here. What I'm also thinking about is a Blizzard like trying from this angle, getting on the AD just to get both Expos and the Queen and CC pool, which can be pretty good as well.
Or the
And
town hall.
yeah, I
Like,
think the Town Hall is not that big of a problem.
interesting. Okay.
I mean, you don't get the CC pull, and always when I think about you don't get the CC pull, then I'm just ignoring it most of the time. But yeah, in Legends, maybe. But yeah, what can we do to prevent a blizzard right here? We can only do the bomb towers, and I think I don't know if I want to do that, but maybe it's the best way for Legends. Mm, yeah, that's not sure right now. So yeah, genau, exactly. What we do next is the blizzard spots that we spotted. We want to place bomb towers against, but because it's a dead zone, we don't have that option. So we have to think about another option, which would be placing an AD around here. So the Hound will go from this side only here and will go in this shape. So we can prevent a safe blizzard in this section. Of course, there are always crazy people in Legends which are trying something and just doing
Stars.
it either way. And that's why in Legend I'm always doing like when I have something like this because I know there are crazy people. I'm most likely doing two black mines around here because they think they do the safe blizzard there, and I just prevent it like that. But that's also something you have to figure out when testing the base, right? We'll have blizzards, and most likely uh, they will do the same or like similar blizzards. And if you know the blizzards, then just bait them to death and they will don't have that much fun with it. But yeah, that's just speculation right now. That's not about skill in this point. I mean, I could do educated guesses where the blizzards will come, but in the end, I cannot. So it's just we will have to wait and see for that. But yeah, my guesses would be in the dead zone or around here, maybe at the town hall, trying to do it in this section here, but I don't think it's safe to do a blizzard like here because there can be giant bomb, there can be giant bomb. It's just you get so much risk for doing it like here with not that much payout, so I don't think it's that likely. Yeah. So now so yeah, now we have to fill out our base. I hope not that ugly. Maybe we will get it right. So what I'm doing next is always if you have like comps in this way with the multi, it's nice to have a building inside reachable because the queen will get close or whatever will get close, most likely the queen, and will push the healers in multi-range or just cause some trouble like you've seen maybe at Worlds with the attack Alec does against my base. It just messes around with pathing and makes everything harder to predict. So you want to do like the storages around here. And also it's really important to always think about the E-Drags. So what I'm doing here is not I'm just doing foolishly my gold storage around here or doing it like this. I'm doing it precisely like this because, yeah, the bounces around here will go through. But where will the bounces go next? Think about it. They go nowhere right now. We have everywhere a two-tile shape around this compartment, so the E-drag bounces will go nowhere around here. So that's what you always want to think about it. So what I'm doing most of the time is I try to isolate the sweeper as well with this what we created right now. So it would be best if the sweeper is not bounceable for E-Drags at this particular setup here. So I don't know if we have the option. The only option I see right now is like putting it this way here. Yeah, now we have to think if it's better or worse what we looked before, but I think it should be okay if we're doing it like that.
Are
Only
you
thing,
well? Would
hmm,
you be worried about a log launcher like going through the middle and opening both compartments, or not really?
that's yeah, that's a nice thought. True. I mean, the lock launcher will have to get pretty far because if you have to
Yeah,
place
true.
it like in the middle, so because this is like really at the center of the base, I don't know if you have to worry about it, but it's always a thought that you can think about. Also, what is right now, you can zap both sweepers. I think it's not making that much of a difference because they are pointing in another direction, but it's also something you have to keep in mind. It's always better that to minimize the value that everyone can get somewhere, right? Because some legend players have zaps for sweepers, and you have to pay attention on that. Just not foolishly get your two sweepers together and then they zap both instead of one. It's just value you lose on your defense and you want to keep in the most parts. But I think on this occasion I can live with that because it's not value they got actually because when they want to zap this sweeper around here, then they zap it anyways, and when they got this one, it's just not more value for them if they go here or here with a spam attack. So we can leave it like that. So what we have to think about next is always pay in mind it looks like there is something bounceable in the core, but this builder hut right here is also not bounceable from anywhere, so it is a anchor point for the eagles, for the Edrex, which will stop them on moving fast forward. They will stack on here, will have to shoot one time, and then they will go through. And it just makes Edrex attacks way, way slower. And we have nice builder huts as well, which are covering most of the key defenses. They cover in the CC, Monolith, the multi, single, expose, so pretty nice placement as well, I would say. Okay. Yeah, now we are at the finishing line, but we have to do something more. Yeah, okay. It's not like there will be much safe blimps in Legends, so I guess
No.
I will just oversee this, but in reality, I would, like I said, I would pay attention to that as well. But on this occasion, I think I can live with that if there's no problem. Because yeah, it's just unlikely to see safe blooms. So I just will stack storages around the tunnel, as we said. We want to prevent the one walk for the tunnel because we think it could be an option for the attackers, and we also want to just do more storages around here, so queen charges have more problems because they are in expo range and have to work through everything of that. Maybe if we need storages at the end, we will change it, but right now it's always the thing to go for me. So right. What can we do next? Maybe we will talk about the wizard towers. I like wizard towers in at the scatter compartments just because the scatters are not that great against Lalo sometimes, and just covering them also against bats sometimes it's just a nice spot to have them. So yeah, and also one trick about it, just try to have like a 2v2 building around this, so you can't freeze the scatter and the wizard tower together. It's just an old trick against bats when they were really popular, but you can just do it and minimize freeze value against Lalo, against Hox or whatever, and just a nice trick to keep in mind.
Back in the days when people used Lalo. Oh, so long ago.
Yeah, it's just, you see, it's in my mind, but maybe it will go out somewhere along the way. I don't know, we will see. So, okay. That's really hard, but what's nice is we have many cannons and stuff left. That's always a good sign because sometimes you put them everywhere and then you have nothing left at the end, and that's not what we want to have. So what we do now is putting storages around here because we want to prevent one walk on this side, and maybe doing one cannon here. Hmm, I'm not happy with this because, as I said, I want to do the trick like with the queen going around. So maybe we'll put it like this, and now the freeze is possible with Scatter and the Wizard Tower, but it's pretty hard to get it right, so I can live with that. Right. Now what? Now we have to look at where we need archer towers. We can do one archer tower around here as well. I don't know if I'm that. Yeah, but we don't need the archer tower on this side because everything is covered in the air, so maybe we'll just put it here. So, what do we have left? We have few cannons left. Cannon always to protect important defenses from the outside, so you can't drop loons on them. It's really important. So we put a cannon around here so we can just do loons for the mortar or loons for the AD. So they have to get through the cannon first, which is always a thing you want to do.
It's also
So
for blizzards as well. Like people will try and send a hound and a few loons to get rid of an air defense, so the hound paths across the base somewhere else to pull the SAMs.
yeah, sure. It's
So it's
That's
just
true.
good to
Yeah.
have bad pathing to air defenses.
Yes, that's true. So now,
I
mm,
find it fascinating that one of your last defenses to place is the bomb towers. I feel like every other build we've seen on the channel, bomb towers have been one of the first things placed to be anti-blizzard, but you're not particularly worried?
the problem is I don't have a nice spot for them right now. Before we talked about it, that was the point where I placed the ADs and looked for blizzards. I said somewhere around here is blizzard danger, but I cannot put bomb towers around here. The other spot would be around here somewhere before heroes, just to make if a king is walking around here, it's just nice to have a bomb tower around your hero. But it's also not working because we have the OP AD placement around here. So I'm actually just building the base to end and then look where the bomb tower will get the most value. Maybe I will put it to the town hall to prevent simple blizzards for town hall, or maybe I find another spot that's nice to have, but right now I don't see the spot that is satisfying me. Yeah. So now we will put everything in. What we see here is like also the trick we can do right here. So the queen will go from this side, not inside, but to the outside, and also we can do this trick around here as well. So yeah, it's just a thing that I thought about, and I'm doing it just like always, because I think it's pretty nice to have, and you don't lose that much, but when you think about it and just do it right. So yeah, I'm just doing it every time I can, and it's not losing you something. Yes. So now, mm, I don't like the cannons here. They are doing not much, but I don't like them here either because I want to have a building that is not funnelable, if this word, I don't know.
Hard
So
to funnel,
you have
yeah.
to invest a baby dragon or a barbarian, super barbarian, or whatever you have in your army to get rid of this building. So if you don't have, then the queen will go outside. So what is exactly what we want? So that's why I'm most likely putting this buildings over here. That is not
Well,
God, I got cold. Wow.
just make sure it's not your mum calling.
Nah, I don't know. It was private number, so I don't know which if I know them. So yeah, let's see if we can finish it before we get another problem or stuff like that. So
Thank you, Chaos, coming in with the sub 3 months. You're awesome, man. Also, thanks for moderating because yeah, I can't read German, so I don't know if someone's insulting someone or if someone's being really nice.
what German? Are there Germans in chat or what did I miss?
Uh,
I don't.
Look, I'm not going to read out the insult because I can't read German, but there is a bit of German talk. It's mostly English though.
Okay, yeah, no problem. I can live with a bit trash talk. I'm doing it also, so
Well, yeah.
yeah,
Well,
no problem.
Max being your number one fan today, he totally hasn't been, having a go at you or anything.
Yeah, I know. So Right now, we're going in the last moves. What I don't like here is just you can play loons to the archer tower and then play a blimp for the town hall. But with the invis spell, maybe I can live with that. I don't know if it's that important to think about it or not. But I will do a cannon over here, so you can't drop all loons on the defenses that I put here, which would be not nice. And since I don't have a cannon left, I just put a wizard tower outside. That's not a big deal. You can do that sometimes. So, yeah, what do we do now? I have one. Okay, one army camp left because I put one at 12 o'clock, which I normally don't do, but it's fine. Yeah, and like this, we just put our trash around and see if it fits or not. And then we see if we have something left and can stack trash somewhere or if we don't. But I hope so, because it's always nice to have some spots where you can stack your trash a bit.
This is wild, guys. He's literally placing a spell factory before he places his bomb tower. Like, what am I watching?
Yeah, it's just normally I don't do that, okay? It's just like I'm so it's so weird. I don't have a nice spot for them. I guess there would be a nice spot, but I can put it there, I can put it there. It's just
Well, Mech was
ah
saying in between the cannon and wizard tower next to the scatters.
yeah, I thought about something like tier 2 or just getting the cannon out and putting it here, but there is no value for the bomb tower, so I don't like it either. I thought about putting it here just to have
What to make Blizzard's second guess.
yeah, exactly. If you put a blizzard over here and have black mines here, then just the blizzard is dead in the moment the black mines come out. So maybe that's a point. And also, which is nice about this placement is Lalo pathing around the multi is complete. So you have all defenses around the multi, and with the drill like that, it can happen that something will go from the wizard tower to the multi. It's not likely because yeah, but yeah, actually when I think about it, I like this places most right now. So yeah, what you also have to think about is when placing mortars, also remember that you don't have other defenses connecting to it. So don't put an archer tower right here. So it will make that the flame flinger will get the archer tower and the mortar as well. So yeah, just remember such things so you don't get messed up with flame flingers at some point. That's really important too. Okay, right now I think the cannons over here are dog shit, so I think I will just change them for here.
Was not ready for that.
Maybe we can compromise with cannon over here. I don't know, where will the loons path? Most like, yeah, okay, I think it's, yeah. Okay, I've decided this is the way we go. Okay. Oh, we have two builder huts over as well. Yeah, maybe we'll put them just to the town hall because we actually don't have builder huts right now at the town hall, right? Yeah, they are not reaching.
So town hall or like scatter? Where do you normally put your builder huts?
Normally, at least two at the town hall. That's why I'm thinking about it. But maybe we don't have to because of the Invis Tower. But I'm not sure about this.
To be fair, it's always like if the town hall takes a bit of damage before the invis goes off, you want it to heal back.
Yeah, true, true. Yeah, nice call. Okay. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, okay. Yeah, makes sense. So now we have to think about will we do it like that or will we do it like. Okay, this looks ugly. So we just put it like this because it looks better. Always important when you're a base builder, just don't do something, do it pretty.
Laser Girl, if you're still in the chat. Oh, there you are. Laser Girl's been asking the whole time, is when you build a base, is it about it being pretty or is it about it being good?
It's always about being good, but when you don't have to make a compromise, then just make it pretty too, right? Because on this part, I could do it like this, yeah, but it looks just better when I'm doing like this. I don't know. Just just simple stuff.
I
So
blame
yeah.
him if it's not pretty. Fair enough, mech. I would blame him too.
Yeah, that's he's always doing like when I do a compromise, like when I've done my box bases, I had like an invis tower behind my box base. You just imagine it's like symmetrical to this. And I don't put it like here, I put it like here because I wanted the NATO to have a spot on the town hall. Right, yeah. And then he blamed me for that.
Oh
But
my
it
god.
actually it's more effective when you do it like that. So yeah, I can live sometimes with it, but not always. So right now we have only a few things left.
Um, sorry, we got
Yeah.
a question from Laser Girl. Have you always been a builder and what made you want to be a builder? I know it's a weird question to have come in, an hour and a half into the recording, but
Oh, no problem.
um,
Um, yeah, as some will know, I'm not that long into the competitive scene at Clash of Clans. I was at Town Hall 12 as we got Town Hall 13 there. I was pretty active and built a lot. It was just something that I'm always be interested in. And it was just I've doing it, I've trying it, but when I got to Town Hall 13, when they changed to Town Hall 14 was like at the beginning of last year, then I really started doing competitive and with that also the base building. And there I met Mac and Largo, and together, as I said, I learned a lot from them. We built together, and yeah, I'm just doing it often, and so I got better and better and better, and just it makes fun. And if something makes fun, why not do it? So I don't know how else to explain.
no,
It's
seriously.
just a thing I love to do, and that's why I'm doing it. Pretty
Okay,
easy.
now we're down to the traps. This is the fun part.
Yeah, because we don't know what will happen. So we had our site on the Blizzard here, so I think we will do it first. So now we have to look where will the hounds go when we drop them. So we have to get the exact point. I mean, I'm estimating right now, but I think if we drop a hound over here, like to the spell factory, it will go to this AD. And if we drop it like in the corner, it will go to this. So like what we do now is just look at the pathing of the hounds and look where would a blizzard go. So most likely, as I said, would be the hound over here and then just a random blizzard in this dead zone. So I guess we try something like this black mines or something like this. And if someone will do the blizzard more over there, I guess we could do something like this. If the wizards are going this way, then they will get stopped and just go get the multi. I think this is a way to go, but as I said, we right now we don't have any base on where I'm doing this. It's just like an educated guess what will happen, but I don't know actually, but because why or how should I know, right? It's just
Exactly. You can't
guessing.
predict the future.
So, what we will do now is looking with the other black mines because we have used four. We have to use all the others on the smash that we want to defend. So we have to just put them in the core. When you put black mines against smash or queen charges, always think about what could happen to the black mines. You want to hit them. We want to hit healers, right? So you have to put them in the path where the troops go and where the healers will go most likely. But you have also to think about the Coco Loons because if you put the black mine just over here and think, yeah, when the smash will go inside there, then it's easy. I will get hit the healer with a black mine, but yeah, they will obviously send loons in and catch them in the warden ability, so you don't want to have them triggered. So what could be a nice spot for that is like here, for example, because it's very unlikely that this black man will get triggered from loons going for the expo or going for the AD. So I guess because that's such a nice spot, I will just do it on both sides. And then the other black mines we put so far in the core that we hope that there will no Cocoloons be left when we have them. That's always a bit difficult because we don't know actually which side, so we have to do it like symmetrical. If we know, sometimes we can do, like I said, educated guesses for that. Like when I have a barbarian king on this side or stuff like that, then the smash will most likely go in this direction. But on this base, we don't have any clue right now to guess what the smashers will do. So it will most likely be, I think, like 60, 70% will go from the right and 30, 40 will go from the left, just because right-handers tend to do the attacks on the right, so their hand is not in the attack. But because we don't know, and some attackers know that, defenders know that, so they go on the other side, so it's pretty much even which side we will get on this part, so we just do the black mine symmetrical in the core. But it's always a thing to think about. It can come down to something like that with right-handers, left-handers, but it can also be just simple as you don't know about it, but air spammers know exactly what they are doing and they have patterns which they like to attack. And if you know what they are going for, then it's easy to predict. Like that, it could be more likely that the air spammers will go for the king in this side. So if something happens with their heroes when they go from this side in, then it would be harder to get the king down. It would be more in the core where much more stuff is shooting at the dragons, so it's more likely to get the air spam from this side. But because it's the only thing that will indicate that, it's not that much likelier than the other side. But you can sometimes do some stuff to get it like that, because maybe what another thing could be is just like switching the AD with the Archer Tower like that, and you have another clue that the most likely entry for air spammers would be the left side and not the right. But because I don't think it will that much, because we don't need to know right now where the air spam comes, we just leave it like that and we'll see what will happen. Yeah, much talk. I hope I hope
No,
everyone
it's
gets
okay.
what I'm talking about. When not, then just ask. It's no problem. I know it's a bit complicated if you heard it the first time, so it's no shame to ask. I get confused with this as well, so no problem.
No, I completely agree with everything you said. Don't take my silence for anything. It's about to hit midnight, so it's getting that time of the day.
Yeah, no problem. It's just I'm also trying to talk to the audience as well,
Yeah.
so it's no
Um,
problem.
do you always place traps symmetrically?
At first, yeah. When I see something in my base is indicating like I just explained, then I'm doing it sometimes other. But in Legend, I'm most likely doing it symmetrical, yeah.
Yeah.
Because as I said, on symmetrical bases you have you can have spots like this, which is just great, and you don't have to spend a spot one time, you just have it two times. Then why not use it two times, right? It's just a good spot for a black mine on this side. So it's
Agreed.
actually sometimes can be better this way. Sometimes not, but yeah, it shouldn't be that big problem. So now we have only left the most important thing to do on a base. And for that, we will switch in this. And now we have to think about our smash attacks again. What will our smashes do? So we have like two things that we thought about. Well, not NATO. Stop. Um, we had the one walk over here on this side, smash on top, and then go through the core and hope that something will get the tunnel. But yeah, as I explained, it can be pretty risky because we have like heroes back and we have four expos back, and it's just a bit messed up. And also healers can get really, really big problems in the core with two multis on each side. So, one multi on each side around this. So, yeah, what we can do is just we try, as I said, we have the multis in the core, so maybe we just put um some red bombs in the core. So if somebody is doing this smash attack, then we prevent it with the red mines and hope that every healer will die at some point in the core, and it's just no healing power left at the bottom side to get the town hall. Oh, annoying. What the fuck?
You're a
Uh,
popular man.
yeah, it's always the same number, I think. I don't know, maybe it's like a scam call or something. I get that sometimes.
Let's answer the call together. Like we can get as a community talk.
I don't think I will do that. So now what I think about is just I like the idea of putting a Tesla farm in this spot here around the eagle. It's just, I think it's a nice spot. The only weak point of that would be a charge or a queen walk over here on the outside, right? So
Yeah.
um that would be a weak point. What we do for that is when you want to do the queen walk or queen charge, you want to do it on the left side because there's the king. You don't want to leave the king, and the warden is not that important. Okay, what the fuck? And that's why we're doing the Tesla farm on the right side. Just with, I think, one or two skeleton traps, giant bomb, and then we have something on the back end if somebody wants to do the smash attack like here or here. We have just a bit more firepower at the eagle, and it's a bit more difficult to get them. So then, yeah, one giant bomb at the Tesla farm is always a nice thing to do, and one giant bomb around the king because you want to have giant bombs around your heroes because most of the time uh, enemy king will get there and will get them out and will burn their ability around there. So you want to kill all barbarians around the king, and that's why you put giant bombs around your heroes. So as well, we will do that on the royal champ and on the queen as well. Just, yeah, I don't know if that or that is the better spot. Maybe this is the better spot. So as I explained, we want to kill the barbarians as fast as possible because they can a huge amount of value out of only the barbarians from the king ability. So now we have like two. Okay, I think I like it more like this. Okay, now we have two skeleton traps and two Tesla left, and what we can do right now is either a bit more damage at the town hall and prevent something from getting the town hall, like with the smash attack from the top, or what we can do is just a bit of more damage around the scatter around your queen. So it's just a bit of I would not call it Tesla farm, but just a bit more damage around your scatter because often kings will go in there or it's back end at some point. So yeah, we just want to do that. So as I said, it's more likely that you want to face the king first in most of the parts. So it's, in my opinion, it's more likely that the one walk will be on this side and the smash will go on this side. So we will put the Tesla farm or the 2 Teslas we have left. Wow, where did I lost them? There. Um, on the other side, so to this scatter shot right here, and just do a little Tesla farm on this side with, I guess, one skeleton trap over. Mm, yeah, what you want to do is the skeleton trap match the queen range, so just they will pop up at nearly the same time. So the king will be in the queen range, but will shoot on the or will go for the skeleton. So you get more value out of your queen and more value out of the skeleton trap. So just that's the thought process on this one. So I have to think about where will a king come. Most likely over this edge. Maybe we will lure the king somewhere around here. And then we have a giant bomb here. And then we have a good enough bait for that if it will happen. But yeah, we actually don't know. It's just yeah.
Guessing.
Yeah, genau. Exactly, just guessing. So, because I don't think Lalo will be that popular and we don't have another spots for that, we just put the other red mines in the core as well. I mean, it's good against Lalo as well, but as I said, we want to prevent the smash attack from the top and yeah, because we don't have right now something other to do with that, I think that's the best value. So, and at last, one thing we could do is super archer blimps are always a thing in Legend, right? So,
Very much a thing.
yeah, so I am thinking about how to approach that. One thing would be, as I said, when we know which entry they will come, then we can just put our NATO somewhere around the core and just 2 black mines, giant bombs around it, and hope to kill it like that. But because we actually don't know exactly where their entry will be, I guess we will just put the tornado trap around the town hall. So what I'm thinking about is where do I want to put it? I mean, the best place would be around here, but then we have to think about how to place our spell tower in the other direction, but I don't want to do that, so I'm just. Mm-hmm. Oh, it's difficult. Because we don't have actually a spot where we can prevent a blimp that comes from this side and a blimp that comes from this side, so we just have to focus on one, I guess, and try our best.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we just put the NATO around here, put the giant bomb here, and then put like some small bombs around there and just hope that something will die. Maybe 1 or 2 spring traps as well. Yeah, it will not hurt us. So maybe we can find another giant bomb which we can use. Okay. So yeah, now that I think about that stuff, sometimes it happens that I just think, yeah, it's not that important to have the giant bombs over there because they have only one purpose. And if they have only one purpose, then most likely there will be another spot which is better. And this is right now,
Much
right
better.
here. So we have this, and I think we will do like, will we do a skeleton trap over here against Smash or something like that? Yeah, maybe we will do one skeleton trap, just a back end RC which will get which will try to get the town hall or something which approaches the town hall. It's just nice to have a skeleton trap around your single or uh, your town hall in general. So now we have left the spring traps, and I don't think we have that many usages for spring traps right now because yeah, it's just um yeah, we don't need them for Lalo. We don't need them for hybrid that much. I don't know how much hybrid is played, but I heard from a friend which always played hybrid that's not that much fun in Legend right now. So
Any queen
I don't
charge
know.
isn't fun.
Yeah, it's just hard to know where you put your spring traps. Maybe we'll just do them against some ice golems and stuff, and then we will see how it goes. But maybe we will just will we do some for Queen? Yeah, maybe we will do just one or two against headhunters. Maybe they will do something, maybe not. It's not that important. So maybe some against the hybrid. Yeah.
If you're stopping them against headhunters, would you put them like at the end of that like wall that sticks out? Because
You
headhunters
mean
don't
like
really like
here?
yeah, because headhunters don't really
Yeah,
like jumping walls, do they?
the problem with headhunters is it's nearly impossible to kill them on the path. You have to get the exact spot where they stop to kill the hero. So, what you
Okay.
do is, with when you do it against Lalo, it's you know that the queen will be around the AD because there are the hounds. The hounds will go there, and the queen most likely follows the hounds. So the queen will most likely stand somewhere around her plateau, not much wide entfernt, far away. And yeah, if a Lalo comes from this side, then the queen will stand more possibly in this or this location, and the headhunters will yeah just maybe be here, maybe be here, maybe here. It's just you don't know. It's just random. And because I said I want to do it a bit like against hybrid as well, I just put them right there. They can catch hunters and they can catch hybrid troops as well. So it's just like I said, sometimes it's not about the optimal spot for the trap, it's about a trap that can be used on more than one attack that is coming in. So what we do with the last ones, I guess we just put them here against ice golems, and that should be it. Yeah. I guess that's the first version, but don't count on everything. It's just maybe we have to think about the Yeti blimp over at the Eagle. I don't know yet. You have to see which things will happen in Legend.
Yeah. And that's the number one thing. It's like when you use a base link that hasn't been tested, there's gonna be weaknesses that we don't know. Like that Yeti bomb did look good, but also Yeti bombing onto a poison tower isn't fun. So, you know, maybe it's
For
not that
sure,
much
yeah.
of a weakness. It's just something that you'll find out if you use this in Legends League, but looks pretty good to me.
I don't know yet. The most important thing is that it looks not like everything you've seen before, and then you get yeah, it's easy to get defenses if you just use a base that nobody's seen before, right? So
Exactly.
maybe we've done something, maybe not. That's not in my hand right now.
Um, is there any more
Yeah.
questions from chat? Otherwise, we will probably finish up shortly. Last chance, chat. Did you enjoy building a diamond base? You said it was the first time in a while.
I've actually built one or two before, so I had a rough idea on what to do, but yeah, it's right now I think diamond bases are pretty strong, and I think with the monolith you have more, like as I said in the beginning, you have more freedom, like doing like these channels before, which you can't on Town of 14 because yes, was just abused by everyone. Everyone knew how to abuse it, and right now I think it should be pretty hard to abuse, so maybe you can just go back to something like this or just invent something completely new. And that's the nice thing about building always.
What type of base would you recommend for High Legends 5.8k plus? I would recommend a ring or a diamond at the moment. I don't think boxes are that good, and I don't think teasers are that good, even though they're common. Ring
Yeah,
or diamond?
a ring that is good against Smash or Diamond Best. That makes sense, yeah.
Last thing, what CC do you think you'd use on this base
What to use on this base?
for the defensive CC? Yeah.
Oh, actually, I don't thought about defenses CC. I don't know. In the most part, it's just if you do a hound with one or two headhunters and archers, it's just in general a good CC. But if you see something that is really annoying you, that you have to make adjustments, like if Smash is too strong, then put ice golems in there, or if there are charges which I don't see right now, then maybe super luckies with super minions. Sorry. Super minions and rocket loons. Yeah, stuff like that. But in general, just use a hound, one or two headhunters and archers. It's always a great CC to defend.
My personal favorite CC at the moment is Golem and 20 Archers, but I'm a bit of a troll. Um,
Yeah, Golem. I don't see Golem do that much in defense. I think two ice golems are stronger always,
I,
but maybe not. I don't know.
each to their own, but yeah, you can't really go wrong with defensive CC at Town Hall 15. Every CC is annoying to deal with, but that's it for today. Thank you so much, General X. That was awesome. We got so much insight. I feel like we all just had like a 2 hour tutor session, and we all learned a hell of a lot. So I appreciate you setting aside part of your day for this. So, if you
Yeah,
guys want to
thank
go
you.
buy bases from General X, because clearly he knows what he's talking about, and well, hopefully you can find out that he knows how to build a base as well when you run this in Legends. Um, but if you want to buy a base from him, just go to the Blueprint site, order a base, and select the builder. Pretty easy.
Pretty easy, right? That's true. Thank you for having me. It was really fun. I love to talk about bases, and I hope
I can tell.
somebody will get inspired to do a bit more about base building. Maybe just try something out. That's what I wish for. Because base building is something so interesting and so wide of a field to be around, and it's just fun, especially for me, but maybe for some new base builders out there too.
Start base building, guys.